Okay, hello and welcome back everyone. Today I'm Kevin from Kevo MC, and what we have here in front of me now is a Ricoh something, some A100 thingy with a Pentax 50mm f1.2, which is some lens I've never held before. This is a quite cool lens, but something's wrong with it, in which, let me go show you, yeah? Let me go focus down first. I'm sorry that the angle is like this, so I might be blocking some of the view, but this is how I just transition from the opening packages part in the other room to this room, yeah. And so now let's see. So the Pentax one, the Pentax here, yeah, the lens, this thing will not focus. It just like rotates like this, yeah, which either means that the screws are lost inside, the screws are broken, or the screws have like somehow backed out, which means that it's time for me to try and open this guy. Fuck. Okay, so it's not as easy as I thought, man. Let's see. It's budging, but not that much. Let's try and use some rubber right here. But yeah, I'll try using a rubber. So, I have some rubber, and let's try use this rubber. Yeah. So, 3, 2, 1, and okay, go. This is just some inner tube that I have at home, and that works like miracles for lenses. There you go, this guy's out. Now let's see. There are screws, but the screws are not engaging, which is the best possible situation, yeah. I see one, I don't see the others yet. So let's see. I have 1, 2, and 3. To open this guy, you have to somehow pull this guy up, I'd say, because that's quite a small place to be in. So you first want to find a way to push the screws out so this thing goes to macro, and then you want to open up this front ring, this front bezel, to access the screws in there, because this Phillips head will not go in there unless you remove this. It's like only showing half, so this is a screw, yeah, and this is like the front bezel, and so you can access half the screw, which is impossible to open here. So I'm gonna first try and use some small screwdrivers. This guy, this way is macro, so you want to push this thing this way, which will bring the lens to macro, or macro-ish, I mean. Let's push this a bit more. Wow, how is this so heavy, man? Let's try. No, this is not going well. Let's try using a thicker bit like this guy. This is the 1.8mm bit. This thing should still fit, but it won't damage anything. So the screws to unscrew the front bezel are still under there, yeah? This, not yet. Let's try and push this thing up, yeah? Fucking hell, man. That's still not coming up. Let's try and do it from there. Let me go take this thing off the body first, yeah? So that I don't like fuck this body up. I mean, this thing's fucked up to a few levels, yeah, but I haven't done anything to it. Also, it's some scrap body for me to test this thing's focus, yeah. So it's not like some kind of good shit body that I have. It's the guy that sent this guy's over body. So yeah. Let's see. This. So I have like half a centimeter to go, man. So let us push this thing. Okay. Near there. And nice, this should be enough. So first you wanna pull this guy to this level. Then you wanna unscrew this screw and put in the cup. Put everything back in the cup. Also make sure you remember this bit, yeah. So the SMC bit goes above here. So see, yeah, SMC over here, right over here. I'm also gonna try and recover the filter ring, but I didn't get the filter the guy should have sent me, so that's also something I have to keep in mind. Let's see now. Let's take this guy out. this guy out. Then let's pour these guys into here, yeah? Okay, now you should have the access to these screws on the side, which means that you're pretty much good to go. So now you wanna screw these guys just slightly in there. Wait, let's set this guy to macro first before I screw the screws in. So setting this thing to macro 0.45, then screw this screw in. My screwdriver is a bit long for this, I mean a bit thick, yeah, a bit short. You want a screwdriver with a longer neck, essentially, longer like this bit. And screw the last one in. Now this thing focuses nicely. It does make some sound, which is quite odd, but I don't give a shit about that. So now let's mount this thing on the body. And what you want to do essentially, yeah, is you want to like make sure this thing's in focus with the body. I prefer a digital body or an adapter to a digital camera, like a PK to Nex or something like that, yeah. And I'd also prefer an APS-C high megapixel camera, because then you can like zoom in. That's why I bought the A6400, yeah. And on a film body, you pretty much have to believe that the viewfinder is accurate, and that's why you wanna have a digital one. But okay, I'm gonna go out there and mount this guy on this tripod to like make sure the focus is right. Then after that, I'm gonna go into it. So yeah, it'd be better if I had a focusing screen, but because this thing, he says dead. Let me try and see how dead this thing is. Oh yeah, this thing's not actually dead, man. This thing's like the coupling thing is dead. But okay lah, so this thing will not go into bulb, which means that I'm gonna have to do it via the viewfinder, which is actually quite dirty. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the video and change cameras into this guy, and then change cameras again when I put this thing back together again. So yeah, thank you. Okay, hello and welcome back. So this thing is now done, yeah, essentially. Let me go zoom in. Fuck, I'm sweaty, man. So that's from outside, and that's why you can see all my sweat here, like shiny as fuck. Trying to bend this filtering back, which I eventually did, yeah. And so you can see, this thing's not perfect, yeah, it's still a bit rough, but at least it works, and you can actually put a filter on it. Let's see how well this works while I'm screwing. There you go. It does work, although it's a bit rough, but at least it works, yeah. So then let us try and put this thing back. First you wanna screw this guy on. Somehow I didn't mark this thing, so, but I know that for a fact that this bent bit was over here, and that's why I can do this and essentially match up the denty bit with the, why is this not straight anymore? Let's, fuck you, come on, ish. Somehow it's not going back down, which is quite odd. Okay. This bit somehow has grown a bit inside here. Yeah? Let's try and take my wooden mallet, this thing, yeah. And then let's try doing it again. So I do not want my hands on the table because it's like my hands are sweaty as fuck, and that's why that's not a good idea. So let's push this back in, then push this side back in, then you're gonna push this side back in. Now it should just fall into place better. Yeah, okay, okay, and okay. 3 okays, which means good. Now let's focus to 0.45 meters, yeah. Put this thing into a cup so it doesn't like roll off the table. This, and then let me go wipe my sweat first, my pants, yeah, because this is hell. Like, if you live in Indonesia, yeah, like especially Surabaya, Sidoarjo, the weather's like a fucking oven, man. So I do not recommend you move here if you are planning to move here. Stay in somewhere with trees and stuff like that. Here everything is like concrete as shit, and yeah, concrete radiates heat like hell. If you do want to experience hell, then just go here. That is an easy way to experience hell. Now let's just screw this in. Okay. Nearly done, yeah? The person actually didn't want me to specially fix this thing first. Like, the important thing of this fix was like to make the focusing actually work in, which I have done. And this is just some kind of like a bonus, which is, I'd say, a good thing. So, there you go. Now let's wipe this guy off. It's pretty dirty, yeah? But it's okay because my hands are gonna be washed. Then I'm gonna go screw this thing back in. Over here. Let's just put the camera a bit here so I can actually put my hands on the edge. Because this bit of your hand does not sweat, but this bit of your hand sweats like hell. So you do not want that much sweat on the lens itself. Now you want it to be tight, yeah? Which means that you wanna use this guy. This little belt. And oh, okay. And proof of concept, let's try and screw this guy down. Let's screw it down. Wait, that's a bit cross-threaded, yeah. Not perfect, but it does screw on. There you go. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you liked it, and goodbye. Hopefully there's gonna be a few more videos soon, yeah.